Welcome back to my seemingly never-ending skoolie projects, but today's one that's going to make my life a little bit easier every time I move the bus or park the bus, and that's back here in the bunkhouse. Going to work on the upper bunk. So right now, whenever I park and I want to use the bed back here, I usually use the lower bunk. So I want to lift the upper bunk up to get a little more space. So I have to come in here, and it's hinged at the back along the back edge. So I have to lift up the front half of the bunk, and then I've got a little 2x4 I slip in here to hold it up. It'll slip underneath here, and then there's some wire on the ceiling that I strap it in to hold it up top. And every time I move the bus, I need to drop it down so it'll sit like this when I drive. So I estimated the weight of the upper bunk and measured the sitting height here and when it's raised. And I bought two hydraulic pistons, like hatchback pistons, that will hopefully hold the weight and work the way I want it to. So I'm going to install these two today, and what that should do is give me a positive or negative weight on the bunk. So when it's in the lower position, I'll actually have to latch it in the closed position, and then when I want to lift it, I can unlatch it, and it should just raise up like a hatchback in a car, and then it'll stay up all by itself. That's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and start installing these, and you'll get to see in a few moments how it works. Okay, well, I managed to get one installed, and as you saw with the time-lapse photo, I tried to connect it straight down from underneath the bunk here, straight down to this post, but I couldn't even pull it down. It was too strong. I think each of these, or it said they're 150-pound pistons, or 110 to 150, something like that. So I figured that would be, you know, this is 2x4s and some 3/4 inch plywood, so you know it weighs a bit. So I figured that would be proper. But I put this one in at an angle, and I can actually pull this down with one hand, or two hands easier, but one hand, and it holds it up very nicely. I will probably put a little hook on that end up to the ceiling, so that when it's up, I can just latch it so it doesn't move like that. But it looks like just one is going to be sufficient. So I will put a hook for when this drops down. I can hook it down here, probably like a carabiner or something, and that one will just sit in the cradle in the bracket. So I think that's a success, but I needed the throw for the height of the bunks, so I guess I ended up with ones that were a little heavier duty than I needed. So now I have a spare, or use it somewhere else in the bus if I find I need one. So I probably could have gone with a shorter one now that I see how it's mounted. So lesson learned there, but this will work. And one other little thing that I wanted to show you. I don't think I highlighted this in one of my other videos. The bathroom. I've got, one of my friends termed it task lighting. So it's a little battery powered, motion sensitive LED strip. So at night I can leave it on, and when I enter the bathroom it will turn on automatically, and I have task lighting in the bathroom. So just something to watch out for if you see a little kid at Walmart or something somewhere. Very useful. Hey, thank you for watching, and I'm not sure what the next little project will be, but I'll keep you updated as I go along. Thanks.